Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive on in. So one thing that we have been addressing leading into November is the big date to look forward to, which was November 19th. Now, a lot of people think that that date is basically meaningless now because we are starting to see a few delays. For example, we recently seen this big delay from SEPA. So we do see breaking, another delay in the matter of ISO 20022. The SEPA postpones the migration of the SEPA payment schemes to the 2019 version of ISO 20022 to Sunday, March 17th, 2024. Some market participants were apparently unable to ensure the changeover in the coming month. Now, does this mean that this date is basically thrown out and that we have to look forward to March? No, I don't think so. Listen, as we really kind of look at what's going on here, they are obviously still preparing. We see down here, different time horizons are emerging between the European countries. This is our interpretation of a tweet by the ISO 2022 experts from DPS Group A. Accordingly, German banks could stick to converting the new customer bank formats in November. Now, like I said, this is still a process. But November is still a big month, and we're going to talk a little bit about why. Again, will there be delays with this? Sure, there probably will be, but it's still something to look forward to because guess what? This is not price action that we're talking about. These are not dates that we need to look forward to for XRP to pump or for XRP to do. No, these are dates that are crucial for the actual traditional system to actually merge into this new digital age of finance. This is the steps that need to be taken. And I keep telling you guys this, yet a lot of you out there are still confused on why I'm even talking about ISO 2022 and these dates. First and foremost, I seen a comment saying ISO 2022 means nothing for XRP and for crypto. This could not be more wrong. Listen, ISO 2022 is huge for everything to align for DLT, blockchain, and crypto usage to be tapped in. I've talked about this many times in the past, and for those that actually don't know about this, Bob Way, who is a former employee at Ripple, will tell you everything you need to know on why ISO 2022 is much bigger than what anyone can really kind of tell you. But beyond all of this, we also see from Payment Infrastructure News that experts predict that 80% of the payment volume worldwide will use ISO 2022 standards by 2025. That means within the next roughly year now, that ISO 2022 will be massively adopted by 80% of these major payment volume pushers. So 80% of the world will be running on this standard. And that's significant to mention because guess what? Now that we are seeing these big delays, a lot of people think, oh, well, now we have to wait even longer for crypto to be utilized. No, that's not the case. Listen, everything's aligning with regulations, with the plans behind regulations as well. Like all of this is puzzle pieces getting put together for the full image to actually be realized in. But we know within this article, which got posted back in September, CBIS 2023, the era of instant payments, global banks must turn to the latest technology. And I've actually included this in a video. But we do see when it comes to payments, the need for speed underpinned by new industry, regulatory, and customer demands has put enormous pressures on banks to adapt. Consumers and businesses want instant, seamless payments to be sent and received whenever and however they choose. They want to be able to manage their cash flow in real time and receive funds even on a weekend or public holiday. And that's why when we look at these new payment infrastructures that are being created through, of course, ISO 2022, it is so damn crucial to understand the adoption timeline here. And we even see a few of the areas in, like, for example, the APAC region. We see instant payment services in the APAC region are also accelerating. Japan launched the world's first real-time payment network almost 50 years ago. Fast forward to today, countries like the Philippines, which have significant unbanked and underbanked populations, are leapfrogging the card age and moving straight to digital wallets. Even more recently, the launch of the UPI Pay Now linkage enables users from India and Singapore to make and take payments instantly between both countries. And we've talked a little bit about Ripple's connections to the UPI network. But then also, new challenges are arising, and that's where we start to see a little bit of a issue regarding banks and how banks are going to tap into this new technology. One of the biggest things is upfront cost to adapt. If you can actually eliminate that, which by the way, companies like Ripple are actually eliminating the upfront cost, then guess what? You will win 10 times over. But we see implementation issues and combating financial crime. A lot of this is still being worked on and solved. But we also do see a few things. One, from Finastra's survey, we do see many financial institutions are currently in the process of deploying new payment rails. Literally, that's what's happening. 72% have completed this project, have one in progress or plan to implement. However, 57% of respondents are facing challenges, with legacy infrastructure making modernization efforts extremely or very challenging, especially for smaller banks. Banks must also upgrade the way they manage fraud and financial crime. The speed of instant payments minimizes the timeline to stop such activity, meaning banks need to utilize the right technologies to do this in real time. If they fail to do this effectively, they may be liable to severe reputational and financial damage due to non-compliance. And we also do see enabling embracing the new era of tech-driven payments in the cloud. And this is where you could technically tap into Ripple, because we even see like Fusion Fabric.cloud, which is Finastra's Payments to Go package, that's being tapped in actually. That's actually one of the biggest ones to look at, because we know that Ripple is already tied into that. But we do see the last quote here, right? Banks have an enormous opportunity to move beyond compliance and take advantage of innovative technologies to remain competitive and deliver the seamless payment services that customers expect. And that's what ISO 20022 is doing. It's putting pressure on banks to actually, for the first time in history, to upgrade their internal systems. It's giving them the opportunity to actually tap into new age technology as well through blockchain and DLT, and they have to do this. It's mandatory. ISO 20022 makes it mandatory for banks to actually innovate. This is why ISO 20022 is such a damn crucial thing to focus on. But also outside of this, we also see over here from Swift, this goes all the way back to 2020. ISO 20022, the payments data revolution. Within this, right, we see here that ISO 20022 is used already in over 70 countries and forecast to be used in 80% of clearing and settlement of high value payments by 2025. This is huge. And we also have the roadmap here. Phase 1, now to November 2022. That's done. Phase 2, from November of 2022 to November of 2025. Swift transaction management services are introduced, supporting the new data set for ISO 20022 payments and reporting and enabling coexistence with financial institutions that choose to stay on MT messaging. We also see Phase 3, November of 2025 onwards. MT 1, 2, and 9 series messages are decommissioned for correspondent banking, and all interactions with the Swift platform use the new ISO 20022 dataset. By November of 2025, we will see the whole world running on this standard. That means harmonization of standardization will take place. And then we start to see things really go live. Beyond this, shout out to ISO 20022, let's do it. We actually see a few areas like South Africa going live by the end of this month. This migration is expected to be completed by the end of October 2023. This is big. We're already starting to see areas moving fast on ISO 20022 adoption. Beyond this, we also see over here, this is a big one. This is from the IOSCO. This is the International Organization of Securities Commissions. So check this one out. Major clarification: before MiCA goes live in 2024, the IOSCO, International Organizations of Securities, will finalize the first clear interoperable policy framework for digital assets by the end of 2023, plus quarter 4 of 2023. So check this one out. Let me open this up in a new tab just so that you guys can see it. I know it's a little bit of a rough view on Twitter. Here we have indicative timelines and deliverables. Check this out. Quarter 4 of 2023. DeFi report publication with policy recommendations. Again, this is all regarding the DeFi structures and also DeFi management of stablecoins, crypto asset trading, things like that. And again, this is a massive organization. We also see over here on September 7th, 2023, the IOSCO released a consultation report introducing 9 policy recommendations for decentralized finance. We do see noting distributed ledger technology-based applications have significantly expanded since the 2022 report. DeFi is an important, evolving, and expanding technological innovation. The use of DLT may have the potential to foster financial innovation, increase efficiencies, and improve access to financial products, services, and activities. Once finalized, The two sets of recommendations will provide a first, clear, interoperable, and globally consistent policy framework for crypto and also digital assets, including DeFi. This is a big deal. And remember, right, like as we actually look at crypto, regulations are being drafted. We know from the G20 with the FSB, with the IMF, the BIS, and the World Bank, and I've talked about this quite a bit, by the end of 2025, they plan on having global crypto frameworks already in place. That means we could expect probably by the end of 2025 to have regulations regarding crypto. And that aligns perfectly with ISO 20022. Everything is falling into place. Beyond this, right? SWIFT. Standard MT release 2023 business highlights. The annual MT standards release ensures that the message types MTs exchanged by SWIFT users remain suitable for the business areas in which they are used by enabling new business functionality and compliance with changing regulations. Important update to MT 798 message implementation guide and FAQ. We do see effective November 19th, 2023. The date is still crucial, especially for SWIFT. Beyond this, here's another one from SWIFT. However, what is a common denominator is that the adoption of enhanced data is from November of 2023 and not before. This avoids complexity in data handling through payment chains, a position that has been endorsed by market infrastructure, SWIFT, and cash banks alike. Then we see down here from SWIFT yet again, not being ready will mean a break in the continuity of your business operations with payment instructions coming from your correspondence that cannot be processed. SWIFT messaging is clear. Technical readiness for March. Start sending and receiving ISO 20022 when you can. Avoid enhanced data until November of 2023. November of 2023 is when a lot of things change regarding messaging standards. And the adoption of ISO 20022 is only going to accelerate from next month beyond. Also, over here, we have the timeline, March of this year, which already passed, ISO 20022 messaging enabled alongside previous systems. November of this year, origination of rich data elements for cross-border payments, and then November of 2025, end of coexistence and full adoption of ISO 20022. They are literally giving you the timeline to follow here. This is not going to be an overnight thing. Things are not going to change immediately, but things are already in progress around changing this. And this is all in order for cross-border payments to be fully improved on and the efficiencies that DLT and crypto and blockchain is offering to be realized in. Beyond this, we also see over here from ISO 20022 migration timelines and benefits. This is from BNY Mellon. We do see more structured data, e.g. structured address for debtor and also creditor, recommended from November of this year, mandatory from November of 2025. So they literally have from starting in 2024, roughly 2 years to get ready. This is where everything will change. And we can actually see the timelines over here from Chaps, Swift, T2 Chips, and Fedwire. We actually see November of 2023 is when Chips goes live with this enriched strategy. Then Fedwire is March 10th of 2025. So far, we've already seen Chaps, Swift, and T2. This is big. So everything right now is moving very, very fast. I keep telling you guys that things are changing. I understand that there's going to be delays in the middle of this. A lot of people think that all because there's a delay or because something changes that, now we have to wait even longer. Listen, this has been already in the timeline. It doesn't matter if it's 2024, 2025. Everything by November of 2025 is mandatory to have changed over to ISO 20022. And this, in my opinion, like ISO 20022 is going to be a change that brings about a mandatory change for banks to finally upgrade their internal systems. And the best way to upgrade without having to go in with expensive changes or anything like that is tapping into APIs. APIs, and they even mention it over here, APIs is the quickest and the most seamless way to integrate new services. They even say that within this. For example, Financial Payments to Go is an end-to-end SaaS payment processing solution that enables banks to deliver instant and flexible digital payments faster and more efficiently. Through this gateway, The solution provides institutions with frictionless, more affordable, and direct access to a range of instant payment networks. Ripple is literally one of them with XRP. Through open APIs, banks can quickly and seamlessly integrate specialist fintech services with the solution, such as for compliance with anti-money laundering or know your customer requirements. This is literally solving all of the pain points and the challenges that are there for banks to actually modernize their payment capabilities. And listen to what I say here. When we actually look at this, banks don't want to spend time and money making sure that their payment systems and their solutions are optimized. So what are they going to do? They're going to tap into third-party players like, for example, Finastra, or even Finastra and Ripple. Because remember, Ripple's already tied to the Finastra Payments to Go platform and can be realized in through those APIs. And that's APIs in the cloud. With cloud and payments as a service solutions, this is reducing all of those major obstacles that banks have in front of them in order to realize these incredible benefits. So when I say that APIs and these third-party integrators like Finastra, or even, for example, like we've talked about Volante many times, they are crucial to mention because guess what? They could be significant gateways to the adoption of RippleNet with, of course, XRP. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.